Hello everyone, Bob here. Today I'm going to take a look at Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer from Waxwork Records. This subscription item just arrived, and I'm going to show you what all's included. And also, real quick, I received this tote for being a Waxwork subscriber, as well as these stickers. Here's the front of the album. There is the artwork in the middle of the gatefold. There's the artwork on the back. Then there's your track listings across the top. And then some credits. It's upside down, but it's Waxwork 088. And it's your typical Waxwork spine. Here is the LP itself. It's kind of a blood spatter pattern. It kind of makes me think of the slides that Dexter Morgan would keep in the Showtime series Dexter. There's the center sticker. It's got the track listing. And there's the back sticker, reverse side. And yes, that is fairly well see-through. So it also came with this sleeve to keep the LP in. There's the other side. However, when it arrived, it was in one of these standard sleeves, like what you can pick up at any record store. It doesn't have any plastic or anything in it, so I'm not sure why it wasn't already in this one. Maybe I missed some kind of announcement where they weren't going to do that anymore, but I know I definitely have records from Waxwork from earlier on in the run that are in sleeves like this. But anyway, let's see songs down here on the back side of this one. Sorry about the glare. If I didn't have that light on, it'd be so dark you couldn't see anything. The score for this film was composed by Robert McNaughton, Stephen A. Jones, and Ken Hale. It is very heavy on the synthetic drone sounds and serves best, perhaps, as ambient music. While the vast majority of the iconic horror themes have a distinct melody or tune to them, this does not. This is more the kind of just drones, and it matches up to what you're seeing on the screen. It gets your heart pounding when you need it to, and really there isn't just a whole lot to break down on this, because that's what kind of a soundtrack it is. Like I said just a second ago, this is best put on the turntable when you are working on something else. You just want some ambient background noise. Of course, granted, that's what movie soundtracks are really good for anyway, when you just want some noise in the background. But this one seems to really fit that note, because I can sit down and listen to a John Carpenter soundtrack, or most horror soundtracks I can sit down and listen to and enjoy them. This one isn't necessarily, I mean, it's good, don't get me wrong, but it isn't what I would necessarily say, oh, I've got to go sit down and listen to it. I tend to, when I put this on, I go work on something else, whether it be book work or dusting or some other chore, and just have it going in the background, because that's really what this soundtrack is. It's ambient noise. But for the movie, that worked really well. If you just listen to the soundtrack, I feel that you really need to have seen the movie to be able to pass judgment on the soundtrack, because listening to the soundtrack by itself, you're kind of underwhelmed. But when you go to watch the movie, the soundtrack's awesome. It's one of those things where it closely matches what's appearing on screen, and one without the other is significantly hindered. While a lot of the good movie scores you can listen to and are just as iconic and exciting to listen to, such as pick your example from John Williams. There are some movies that need to be listened to in context, and to have it with the visual aid of the film enhances the soundtrack, and the soundtrack enhances the film. Now, like I say, not that the John Williams scores don't do that. They do. They definitely enhance. I can't imagine watching Star Wars or Indiana Jones without that music. But I will put on a John Williams score and just sit down and listen to it because I enjoy it. This one is one of those. It doesn't really stand on its own. I'm taking a really long time to basically say that you have, if when you take it in context of the movie, it does its job, and it's a very good soundtrack. But if you just put this record on to listen to it, you might be disappointed. The pressing, it's typical Waxwork quality. The record's no extra background noise other than what's typically associated with a vinyl. If you're a fan of the film or a fan of the score, I recommend you pick it up. I'm going to give it a B plus. My grade is going to be based off of what, in conjunction with the movie. But it is, like I say, this isn't one that I would necessarily have gone out and bought had I not been a Waxwork subscriber. But being a subscriber, I am definitely thrilled to have it. Well, guys, I know I took a really long time basically to say one thing, but thank you so much for watching. I'll try to have more of these reviews up soon for soundtracks. I know I'm supposed to have them every Saturday, and I've kind of fallen away from that. But like I said in a past video, my life has been chaos. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please consider subscribing to this channel. Be safe out there, guys. And this is Bob signing off.